Well, what is going on, everyone? Today it is May 10th. It's a little after 11 a.m. and this morning I've got about 3 or 4 hours that I'm gonna do some fishing. And this is something I haven't done in quite some time. I've been terrible about making fishing content over the last 3 years, and I've been absolutely terrible at making content period over the last several years. And I know this year is basically halfway over. It's now time to finally get back in gear. I've always wanted to make this a career, and I've always put it on the back burner, but I'm finally at a position in my life where I can come back, focus on doing this while having a full-time job elsewhere, just because of how great the benefits are with my normal full-time job. So I don't ever have to worry about that financial struggle, because being a YouTuber, income can fluctuate, and if you don't have something else that's kind of supplementing you, it can make that job stressful. And I never want the outdoors to be something that I'm stressed about. I just want to come out, enjoy what I do out here, and I feel like I'm finally at that point. So today we are in northern Kentucky, and I'm at a pond. I don't know if you guys can see. You guys can probably see what's in the background, but it's a secured drainage pond that I got permission to fish. Fished here once long ago when I was probably 7 or 8 years old. And I think my dad and I did catch some pretty big fish, but I brought muck boots and I brought tick spray. So we're gonna be soaking ourselves in permethrin so that we don't get ate up with ticks, and we can enjoy fishing while we're walking around in this tall grass. So it'll just be GoPro, fishing rod. We'll walk the pond with a couple of different lures. First thing I'm probably gonna start out with is a crankbait. So guys, without further ado, let's get to it. Stay tuned.
And I'll be doing spot and stalk. I smoked him.
Oh, I don't know how to think.
Oh guys, it's October 18th.
I'm very pleased with this buck, especially for my first buck of my dub.
Take it any day of the week. Gnarly old buck like this. Okay, I know, I guarantee, absolutely guarantee that I'm going to get chiggers, or not chiggers, ticks on me today, 100%. This grass is literally like waist high. I soaked myself in permethrin, but the grass is still kind of wet from the previous rain, so I don't know how well it's going to hold. I also stated in the intro that I was going to start with a crankbait. Looking at the grass around the edge of the pond, we're going to start with a chatterbait. Hopefully this chatterbait actually works. I think the blade was a little bent when I was tying it on yesterday, so fingers crossed that it works appropriately. And so the grass isn't terrible, but it's definitely looking like Tick Central out here. That is 100% for sure. First cast towards the tree. No idea what's in this pond. It's very little, but like I said, there's rumors of giants in this pond, and we will find out. Guarantee it. Murky water. It's been raining the last couple days. We're gonna bust the chatterbait around the bank for a little bit, and then if the chatterbait does not work, I'll go back up and I'll grab a crankbait. I've got a KVD bluegill pattern crankbait that I think they'll hit, because if I recall, when I came back here and fished several years ago, we were literally just hooking bluegill, live bluegill, and letting them swim, and the bass were just absolutely crushing them. There might not be fishing here at all. Like, nobody keeps up with this pond, so this could be a total bust today. I did just hear a frog down there, which is cool, because the frogs could mean several things. Oh, got one. Got a fish. We have the first fish of the day on the chatter. There are fish in here, ladies and gentlemen. It is a teeny tiny largemouth bass, but it is a good looking fish to say the least. So there's fish in here. So today I have not been skunked, and there's a chance that we find a giant in here today. Fingers crossed. We're gonna keep walking. We're gonna get down here to this bank. I'd forgotten how small this pond was, and when we first walked up, I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be bad. But we have a fish, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care the size. This fish is a fish. He has pulled my, might have to get me a new bait here in a minute. Yep, I'm gonna have to go get a new bait. I might be able to make, I don't know, this bait is, he has ripped this one. Okay, we're gonna take 5. We gotta fix the lure here. There they are. Perks of being a co-angler growing up, you always have, oh yeah, this looks good, this looks money. You always have your stuff kind of neatly organized and accessible to be able to hop boats. And that was definitely the case with me growing up. I will always remember those years. But my money went to a lot of, like, especially when I had the kayak, like I was always a mobile fisherman. Always a mobile fisherman. Oh yeah, that is money. Feeling a little sassy. Not only do I have the chatterbait, but I also ended up bringing the cranking rod out, and I've got the bluegill pattern KVD on there. A little bit smaller one because I'm pretty sure these fish might be smaller. However, we might hook into a giant. I have no idea, but we're gonna start with small and then work our way big, because I'd like to enjoy catching fish and not just missing a bunch of little fish because I'm using too big of a lure. So yeah, back with the chatterbait. It's one of my go-tos, always has been. Love chatterbaits. Windblown bank. Ponds, I prefer to use chatterbaits. Rivers and large lakes, I prefer spinnerbaits. Both of which are good vibration baits for that darker colored water. And when those bass are hiding and hunting basically off of vibration because they can't see through the water, chatterbaits and spinnerbaits are money. But spinnerbaits represent larger schools of fish, as to where that chatterbait's kind of like an individual fish. So the swim bait is definitely my go-to in ponds, as to where the spinnerbaits are going to be my favorite thing to go to when it comes to like river or larger lake fishing. Oh, see, this tree just looks so dang good. Oh, I feel like a big one's about to come out of this pocket right here. Oh yeah, this looks so good right here. Isolated grass around the whole edge here, plus we have some smaller shrub brush that has actually grown into the pond. Windblown bank looks definitely deeper than what the other side is. I think we're gonna rock a big one down here. I'm feeling good. Slow the roll a little bit. They probably haven't been fished in quite some time. All right, last cast with the chatterbait, and then we're gonna switch to the crank. And then we might go finesse soft plastic until we find some big fish. Yeah. All right, let's switch baits real quick. Got a KVD. I think this is actually the sun bluegill. This is like I think they call it the natural paint job. Brand new line. Knew this was gonna happen. But it's the natural color. I think sunfish, but they have bluegill. They have all kinds of different paint jobs, and I love the natural ones. I think they look really good. And if you're trying to save some money, you have those live target crankbaits that look realistic versus like the KVD, or I'm sorry, the Strike King lures. You can save some money and get you a KVD. They have just as nice action and save you some bucks. Could be the color too, because this is a darker colored pond. Because if you look at the color of the water, it's like that tan, muddy brown water. And I'm using a really light colored bait. So that's might be the issue here. There we go. There's another one. Little dink again, but we'll take it. Yeah, he just threw a swing at it and caught him on the outside. Well, there is fish in here, ladies and gentlemen, but don't know about them giants. Something ate half his tail, if you can see that. All right, big guy. We're gonna let you go. Thanks for giving me a bite. There's number 2 for 24. I think we might have to throw this bigger crankbait on. I don't know. Wind's blowing again. Makes me definitely think that one that I had out here in the middle of the pond was definitely a bass. There we go. There's another one. Dink Central. But he actually got a hold of it. Back-to-back bass. And this is a different one, as you can tell, because he's not missing the tail. This is a fresh guy. But he got all of it. Sweet, bro. Should have brought my towel down here. Dude, now, see, now we're getting like crap over the lure. I was not doing that on that side. It's because all the shit in the pond floats down on this end, which stops the action of the lure. Just missed a fish. Nope, he came up and hit it right there on the edge. Nope, another dinky. So number 4. Number 4 is a giant bass. I think this is a different one too. It's got a scale issue going on there, like he's been rubbing. Sick, bro. That's a fish. I'm happy. Can't be any better. Healthy. Good job. Financially all right now. And we're just fishing, man. Don't get any better than that. I know they do say that bigger lures catch bigger fish. But yeah, I might not be. I think it's just maybe the color of the bait here. Because there's a giant right there, buddy. Holy sh! Did y'all see that? Right here in front of this tree. This grass is growing into this thing. He just came up and swung and missed. I wish I had a soft plastic. So there is some big ones in here, boys. Well, that was definitely not a small fish. I think it was just reeling too fast, which, if that is the case, who knows how many fish I've missed by cranking that fast. That's something like people, like, I think pond fishermen especially, we have this perception that, I don't know, I just don't think that people dissect pond fishing as much as, like, you see guys do it for tournament fishing on large bodies of water because the fish are so much easier to locate in ponds. But like every cast you do, whether it's, you know, breaking down the pond, breaking down how the fish are striking, what they're interested in, like that right there, if you didn't know to like, all right, I just missed one. Oh, that's a good one. Not bigger, not a good one. Hit like a freight train. If you didn't know to like slow down your lure, if you watch that bass strike and miss your lure and you're like, oh, okay, just throw right back in there, cranking it. The two things that I should have been doing on that cast is, one, I should have had a soft plastic with me. I should know better than that. And then 2, I need to slow down my cranking, because that means, which I've seen it happen twice now, a couple little guys and then that big one. So 3, where my speed of my lure has caused them to swing and miss at the lure. So slow your roll, and there's that possibility catch more fish, because they're just not moving as quick to catch it. Throw a couple casts this way and then we'll go back up to the vehicle. All right, let's take 5. feeling a little nostalgic, and I'm gonna go back. So what I've got on here is a baby brush hog. This is an Ohio River rig that is very popular. Or I've got a stopper, loose weight that kind of flows. I do like a little bit of a gap so it causes that rattle, kind of helps with sound. But I do want to keep that weight as close as I can to that hook so it gets through brush. But this is a tackle box that I generally don't keep a whole lot of, or I never really keep it in my bag when I was getting on people's boats. But today we're gonna go back to the old Stinko days, and bring this as my follow-up bait. And then we're gonna tie a larger crankbait on. Shallow lure box. So got some different stuff in here, but we are going to go up in size. So like what I was talking about earlier, save you some bucks. These live target baits are super expensive, really, really nice, but once they get damaged, they don't swim very well. So super expensive baits. They look amazing. I've caught several massive fish on those baits. However, you can go to a Strike King KVD lure and get the natural color, I think is what they call them, baits, and they look just as good, and I've caught just as many fish. But I'm thinking this might be the juice here, or the PB&J. I wanted a little bit of purple, and I think these two lures right here are... Should I do PB&J or should I do the purple? I think we're gonna go purple. I just looked at it, it looked good. And we're ready. There it is. Clippers back in the pocket here. All right. Still have not seen a tick yet. Got some other weird bugs on my pants, but no tick shit. I'm gonna start with the crankbait, and then if we start getting missed by the crank, we will go back and throw a Stanko following that swing and a miss. We might have to go around to that bankman over there. It looks way shallower, but I would love to get hit over there because we haven't fished that side yet. Look how shallow and open this side is. Oh yeah. The trick here we're gonna try, when you miss a fish, switching directions of the bait, which is hard to do on a boat, because sometimes with a boat, repositioning yourself might spook that fish. Coming from this way and reeling against that current is the direction that they're... Oh, nope, got him. Yes, there it is. That's a good one. Heck yeah, that is a better fish. That is a way better fish, but he is barely hooked. Get up on this bank, boy. Let's go. Oh, heck yeah, that is a lot better. Oh, yes, sir. Look at that fish, baby. It was not all for nothing, but he was barely hooked. And ladies and gents, let's go. Let's go. Best one by far today. Probably a 1.5 pound, 2 pound fish, maybe 15, 16 inches, but that is a good one. And he's thick, boy. Let's go. All right, guy. It's been real. That is a good one right there. Thank you for the quick bite. It was a short battle because he was right next to the bank, but let's get a release on this. All right, guys, well, I think that about does it for this episode. I may do some fishing later on in this afternoon because I still have some time. However, for this episode, I'm going to go ahead and call it a wraps. I hope you guys enjoyed. I was able to catch some fish. I had quite a few dinks and then one decent sized 2 pound bass, which is all I can ask for. Honestly, I wouldn't have complained even if I just caught those little fish for the day. I love fishing, period. There's nothing like setting a hook on a fish regardless of the size. So Guys, if you enjoyed, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Go down to all the links in my description, and then while you're down there, leave some comments below. Whatever you guys want to comment, be sure to do it below. And then I will catch you guys later on the next episode of Andrew Bernard Outdoors.